Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to What is Our Creation? My Facebook Live today is all about that beautiful topic of out creation. And some of you may have heard like the word out creation and not know exactly what it is, or even how you can even use it to your advantage. So we're going to have a bit of a chat about that today. So out creation, like for me, out creation is being aware of something that's already been created and then knowing that greater is possible. Hey, Miss Tracy. So if it's not an awareness, it's not like, it's basically an out creation of a creation. So hello, Miss Delaney. There's something that's already been created. It's here now. And you're aware that, wow, it can be greater, or it can be different, or it can be changed. So out creation is basically a tool that you can use to change it right here, right now. It's a really generative energy, and it's one of those energies, or a tool that keeps things constantly moving forward and in a forward motion, a bit like the wheels on like a steam engine, you know, the wheels on the track. Like sometimes they might roll in place, or it looks like they're in place, but they are slowly gaining momentum and full-fledged rolling. Okay, so that's what out creation is to me. And I enjoy using it, especially when there's something that's already here that's been created. So it's also inclusive of other energies such as vulnerability, acknowledgement, receiving, allowance, awareness. Yes, Delaney, the leapfrog effect rather than competition. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and that's a beautiful way to create greater in business, especially, you know, and using out creation with other people in business, not to compete, to out create and to create greater is, again, it's just so generative. With these other energies, that's all inclusive of the tool of out creation. The main one that I wanted to look at today was acknowledgement, because one of the things with out creation is that you've actually got to acknowledge the creation that's there, and that you created it, or you're at least part of the creation. And I know sometimes that might sting and it might hurt a little bit. However, if you're willing to be vulnerable with yourself and just acknowledge with no judgment, no point of view, wow, I created this, that is the beginning of you at least being able to out-create that with ease. So, you know, things where in relationship, you've created a relationship with someone and things are not kind of going to plan. You've got to acknowledge that you were part of that creation, right? Things like family. And I look at my family and they're awesome. However, you know, if I was to look at like a sensical approach to what I chose my family for, it would not make sense that I would choose this family. And if I was to look at what my awareness was and acknowledge what I chose my family for, then I can start to out-create it. But if I'm resisting and like pushing away my awareness of what I've created, not even willing to acknowledge I created it, then there's no way I can destroy and uncreate it, change it, or, you know, out-create it, so to speak. So acknowledgement is a really cool energy to be able to get the ball of out-creation going. The other part is, like an example of this is if anyone's ever been fired from a job, okay? I personally have been fired once at least throughout my employment career. Actually, maybe twice. Yeah, could be twice. Anyway, my point is, like, you were not fired. You created being fired. So you can sit back with the point of view of, oh my God, I just got fired, like everything sucks and my boss sucks and he doesn't know what he's lost or whatever. Or you can sit back and go, wow, okay, I created getting fired. So what did I create this for? if you're willing to ask a question about that, again, no judgment, no point of view, it will start to give you more awareness about what you created that for in order for you to outcreate it. Make sense? Cool. If you look at all of the awarenesses that you do get about what it was that you created being fired for, then you can start to ask some questions about those awarenesses to actually start to outcreate being fired and create and generate what it is you actually want. So when you actually acknowledge that you have created whatever this is, and you're willing to look at it with no point of view and no judgment of you, then you won't be at the effect of that creation. Hello, Miss Kathy. You know, you will also start to own your choice. When you start to own your choice, your potency absolutely starts to skyrocket. Hello, Miss Ritu. When you are not at the effect of creations and people and things that have shown up, especially your own, then again, you have like the power and the potency to be able to direct which way your living would like to go. Hello, Lawrence. From there, this is where you can start to outcreate whatever scenario, whatever situation, whatever creation you have actually created. That's what I love about outcreation. You're basically using everything that you've created now to create greater. It's a beautiful platform to work from and to play from and to play with. So if you're willing to start to use that to your advantage, it will start to get you from point A of what you created to point B, that greater creation that you know is possible, with elegance and ease. And perhaps a little bit of fun, joy and laughter thrown in with a dash of consciousness. So if that is something that excites you, and if that's a muscle that you would start to like to exercise and play with, well then I invite you to have a look in the post. In my post, there's actually a link to an outcreation call I'm doing next Thursday. Feel free. If you want to go to the gym and start exercising that muscle, I'm more than happy to train you on that. All right. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.